Welcome back to another D&D video and another map making software for another tutorial walkthrough demonstration type video here. I'm not going to be showing you necessarily how to do everything in this, but it's going to be how I use it. And this is Dungeon Alchemist. This is a program you can get on Steam. It is quite expensive, coming in at $45, but I think you'll see why they're charging so much for it. It's a pretty powerful tool, and I do find it incredibly useful, and its detail is pretty impressive. So what I'm going to do for you guys today is I'm going to make a battle map for my party that's going to be on an alley, or not, it's not even an alley, it's a street going through a village, right? I want there to be the street, I want there to be stuff in the street, I want there to be buildings beside the street that people can go in and out of. So let's get it started here with our rooms on the left hand side. I'm going to start in the village. I'm going to start with an alley, and that's why I said alley, because there's no road option, but I do like to get started with an alleyway here. So I'm going to get, it's a 25 by 25 map. See some of the options I chose here. I chose grasslands, flat elevation, no vegetation, no weather, no water level room placement. All this stuff can be changed, plenty of options depending on what you're trying to do, but I find this is a great baseline to start what I want to do here. So village, alley, how wide do we want our road to be? It's going to be a pretty main road through a city, so I'm going to probably make it pretty wide. Each is going to be 5 feet. Let's go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 45, 55, 60. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's leave a good 6 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go 13 wide, and then all the way down to the bottom here. It's going to add a lot of stuff in here. You're going to see why this program is kind of pricey. Obviously, this doesn't look great because an alley is not quite meant to be used like this specifically. What I'm really going to be showing off is with the smaller rooms what you can do. So I'm just going to get rid of every object in this room. It uses AI to place down objects you might find in those types of rooms we saw. So alley, this is stuff you'd find in an alleyway. There's light posts. If I made it as skinny as a true alleyway would be, it would not be near as kind of odd as this is. So I just have my edit room button here, delete objects. I'm going to get just blank slate here. What else I need to do is I need to take down the walls to start with at the end and get rid of this door because it's an open-ended street. You're just walking down the street. I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave the wall. No, I'm going to take out all the walls. I just want to leave the ground here. I also don't quite like that ground texture. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to artificial. I'm going to find something that looks like stone. A stone, like a roadway. Cobblestone arches. Cobblestone irregular. Let's take a look at that. Let's see what that looks like. That's pretty good. That's not too bad. I think I want a little bit larger cobblestones. Maybe let's see how that looks. That looks a bit more like a street would. So perfect. What I'm gonna do now is put down the buildings that I'm gonna have running along the side here. I know one of them on the north end of town. Let's just make this the north end. A very large inn and tavern is gonna be there. Luckily, we have a tavern option right here. I'm gonna have the Great Hall of the Tavern be right off the street, and I'm just gonna have it fill this entire side of the wall. You'll see now this is where it's going to kind of come into play again. Tables, casks, fireplace, barrels, the door, it's just, look how much it does for you. There's individual items placed on the table. There's lighting in the proper spots. It is an extremely powerful tool if you can use it correctly. What I'm going to do is, it's not going to be this narrow, obviously, this tavern. What I need to do, I need to go edit room. I need to take this this door out of here. Let's get this door out of there. I'm gonna place some windows down where this wood be, I think a big carved bay window would be nice. So I'm gonna get that right there. I'm gonna get rid of this chair. Easy as clicking on it, clicking that delete button there. It's gonna be a deeper tavern than this. It's not just this narrow strip. So I'm gonna go remove the wall of this whole back section here. Just hit the remove wall button and we just take it all the way back. All the way to the back. I'm now also gonna get rid of the objects that are right up against that used to be wall, so that it gives the impression that the tavern goes deeper in. Also got one wall there I need to replace. It took one extra out. Let's go into here, go into walls. It was a plaster wall, looks like this. Slap that down. Perfect, except for I gotta do that and change that out. While I'm at it, I'm gonna change to this darker, little darker wood, huh? Perfect. Now, for the other side of the street, we'll go back to it and do fine detail later, but I want to have a couple options here. In the village, there's a bakery option. A bakery is something that can kind of be this small. So let's just make this 6x9 section here the bakery. Look at that. I need to take the door off of this side again. Place object, click on the door, just remove it. Puts the wall back up. Beautiful. Got the oven. We got a nice selection of baked goods. That'll work perfect. The door. Let's throw one more window. How about that? Let's copy the window. Put it right there. Let's move this window, in fact, and let's move it over to be equidistant from the wall there, because my OCD is going to kind of go crazy a little bit. Let's move our windows there. Next, I'm thinking we put a little park right next to this bakery. Let's do a 6x9 park. Hit the enter key there. Couldn't have put down anything better myself. A little bit of bush, a little fountain. Let's get rid of this door, because again, I'm going to have one more building up against this side probably. Automatically fills it in with a hedge when you take the door out. It does so much work for you that, again, it's an expensive program, but if you're someone that makes a lot of maps and that feature alone is something useful to you, you may see value in it. So for this last room here, let's go and do, let's see, maybe we just put in a little bit of a town square. Let's see what that looks like. We can do a couple of experimenting here, because if it puts down, and yeah, I don't really like that. Control Z, it's gone. No town square. Let's see what a mine shaft would look like in town. I'm not sure, but let's just feel it out. Yep, that's more like a proper actual mine shaft. We're not going to find that in our village, unfortunately. There's a ton of different options. What I'm going to have here, right, is just a brewery. Let's do this, do that. Stone building, vats. It doesn't have to be perfect, because again, the details aren't exactly what we're going for, because you're obviously in this 3D space, you can see all this, but this is what our players are going to see. Boom. They're going to see a street with some interesting buildings to the left and right, a place where they could run, hide, fight. You never know. But you know, when you're making the map, you want to get down in here. Now all that's missing is just some stuff on the street to make it feel like it's a street. You don't have to just use these to put down objects. You can just go to your objects tab and let's put down, let's see, what would we find out here? Let's get storage. Let's get some barrels. There's just barrels everywhere, you know. I don't know why there's barrels everywhere on street corners, but they do be everywhere. So you can have them snap, or you can, if you just hit control, you can put them down any way you want. Boom, 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 or boom, boom, boom. See, I'm gonna put them down equally placed on some of these corners here. And let's have a bench. I bet we got a bench in here somewhere. Let's search up bench in objects. Not favorite objects, just any object. Perfect. Let's do this nice long bench. Have some seating outside the tavern here. Boom. Let's put another one down. All right, there. Boom. Let's have, you know what I think would be outside around? A cart. Probably have a cart or two. A cart basic. It's probably going to be like parked up against this bitch. Right? Never know. Someone just hooked it up, left it there. Horse ran away. You never know. I'm just going to go down and put down a few extra details. Maybe inside, maybe outside. Just so I can feel like I've done my due diligence in making this map. And didn't let the program do it all for me. Well, I'll be right back. I'm going to do a little more decorating. Alright. What I'm gonna do is call it right there for the decorating. I could spend more time if I really felt like it, getting really into it, but like I said, you're gonna see it from the top down. The action's gonna be on the street. Not gonna be paying too much attention. I didn't do anything really on the side. Interior, had some overhangs to the windows. Obviously we got the barrel, some carts, some crates, a little penis made of crates. Hilarious. Some street lights, a notice board, another cart, market stalls, benches, market stall, lantern. Didn't do too much inside. I added a piano for some pizzazz. I think I added this rug. I added more tables. What is nice about doing the tables is if you just hit copy on a table, it will copy the table, but there's different variants already made in. So like, you're not getting the same exact table every time. So you can scroll through a couple different options and it's going to give you some different generations of what's on the table. So I didn't put any of this here. This was all just copied from each table and they're mostly different. I think I might have one that's pretty similar, but even I can barely even tell. And again, what are your players going to see? They're just going to see this, which is still a highly detailed battle map for a street setting. You got your grid still pretty easily able to tell. I got some sewer grates in there. Super easy. Now what you can do, file, export. You can export straight into Fantasy Grounds, Roll20, anything like that. I'm going to leave it image only for now. I'm going to leave my everything else the same. I'm going to add a little bit more of the grid here. Let's get a black grid and let's have it a little more standoffish just in case it gets kind of confusing on that street. So yeah, that's it. You give perspective with the 3D walls. I like that a lot on my battle maps. It adds a little bit of 3D element without really taking away anything. If you don't like it, then put it on top down. But I mean, if you got this, you may as well give it perspective. You paid the money for the program. You might as well use what you got. This is our final map right here. Street setting, bakery, a brewery, a little park, a little outdoor section with a fountain, the tavern right there, little street brawl battle map. Really, I did way more than you need to. If you just popped up those buildings by themselves, no one would notice that there's still so much detail. They're going to be impressed of how much detail there already is. They won't know any better. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe down below. Stay tuned for more D&D Starfield content when it comes out. Also lots of random comedy like my Bunny Man and 5th grader videos. I like making those for you guys. I like making these. So be sure to stick around and have some fun. Thank you guys. Have a great day. See you next time.